We did great interviews. Me and Jake have always had a radio chemistry. He's the comedian, funny guy, and I'm the kind of more serious guy. And we've always had a good chemistry. I co-hosted on radio a number of times right at the very beginning of it. And then, he decided to come on. We say, hey, we'll bring you on Silverleaf, lots of fun. We did about 4 interviews. Couple, he got a little negative feedback on a couple of them. Yeah, which I thought were phenomenal interviews. And one that really shocked me was the last one we did together was Don Leo Jonathan, which I know up in Canada you're very familiar with.
Definitely.
And Don Leo Jonathan is a pretty good friend of mine. And when I brought him on, he discussed, the greatest parts of wrestling that he ever was in, from the starting back, in the 1940s and going all the way to the 80s. He covered a good 4 decades of wrestling. And JT, we got done with the interview, and JT just kind of said, "Oh, that was kind of boring. You went a little long, blah blah blah." And that kind of upset me, when someone, that's over almost 80 years old, gives you an hour of their time, they're failing health, he did this favor for me. I was very happy to have the interview. And then he just did something, like, oh God, that was boring, blah, blah, blah. It really hurt me. I've interviewed, I've figured out about 40 big names in the past couple of years. And just, at that, I'm just like, I kind of said, well, I'll let this slide and we'll keep going. So that was the last interview. It kind of flaked out after that. I had to cancel Rob Van Dam and Outback Jack, J.J. Dillon, Lacey Von Erich, and a few others. It just, I really figured out that I can never trust Florida again. I'm still on looking for a producer because I still have shows booked up every Wednesday night for the next 2 months. And I'm really not in the mood to have to cancel every single one of those interviews. Because, how it feels. Once you get someone booked for an interview and you have to call them, well, I can't do the interview, they're kind of iffy about giving you another chance to do an interview because they don't want to be hung up. They don't want to have that time saved and then something happens where you're not going to be able to do it. But, I guess just kind of lesson to be learned, and now I'm looking for a new producer. So, if you know anybody, Dr. Clarke, I would really be happy to get Cloverleaf back going on steady pace.
Right. Well, James, all you really have to do is call me and patch me through the blog talk, and I'll produce with the switchboard.
Yeah, the only problem with that is I know nothing about blog talk radio. I know nothing. All I can do is host the show for the most part. That's kind of my dilemma, or why I wouldn't even run my own blog talk. I could buy a switchboard. I already know how to operate one.
All right, definitely, James. Do you have any events coming up right now you'd like to promote in the last few minutes? We got to get to promoting your book and everything. We've got about a half hour here, but do you have any events first off coming up?
Not booked right now. I got hurt back in April. I'm kind of starting to get back into the groove of things. I will tell you that there's nothing solid yet, but I will be appearing coming up in Michigan, Florida, and California. When those dates get happening, they'll be on my website and on my MySpace page, so everybody should check those out.
Definitely. Well, James, I hear you got a book now. What's the name of the book, and how can people pick this book up?
Well, it's called From Marking Out to Managing, the Story of Independent Wrestling's Most Hated Man. And I'm about, I'd say, half to 3/4 way through it, not all the way done with it yet. I have already been talking to a publicist, local publicist that actually is, that I got the phone number through Tito Santana because she is his publicist. So Tito hooked me up with her number, and I'm going to, once I get the final copy, go through and go from there, try to get some deals set up with Borders and Barnes & Noble and get it out. I think it's something that people are really going to enjoy.
Right, definitely, James. Send me a free copy of that book when it's published.
I will.
All right, James, do you have any final words in closing you would like to say to your fans? A big fuck you goes to JT, and What do you have anything? Do you have anything you'd like to say in closing?
Clarke, I want to thank you for putting my head together in the last couple minutes. I really appreciate it. I just want to thank everybody for, supporting me in the past 3 years. I've had the haters and I've had the fans. And, I want to thank all the fans, the haters, you. I'm still going. We're going strong 3 years later. The man with more heat than the sun, as Tracy Smothers calls me, If you know a big-name superstar, they're either best friends with me or they hate me. I guess that's just the kind of mentality I give off. But check me out, myspace.com/Ian Boothby. If you want to book me for a show, if you want to get on the ever-growing friend list, I have over 1,500 friends now on MySpace. JimmyFalcon.webs.com is my website for now, so I can get something strong going. And Dr. Clarke, I think that's just about it.
Great stuff. For James McLovin Falcon, who is not going to be arrested for DUI, that's JT, if he can even drive. I'm Jonathan Clarke, and we'll see you soon. Fuck you, JT, you ruined my life.